Well, a perfect night for baseball, and we've got two games in store for you here at beautiful One Oak Field as the Drillers have taken the field. They're hosting the San Antonio Missions. 2 7-inning games scheduled, a doubleheader necessitated by a rainout here last night. And early start here in game one, a 5:05 first pitch. And it looks like we might get started on time tonight. Drillers have taken the field. They're decked out in their home white uniforms. Beautiful looking uniforms. In fact, in my mind, they have the best looking uniforms in all of minor league baseball. It's just a traditional home white uniform with the Drillers in blue script and that bright red number underneath, just like the parent club in Los Angeles Dodgers uniforms. And Emmett Sheehan, the hard-throwing right-hander, going through his warm-up tosses. Great to have you with us on 1430 The Buzz. Dennis Higgins along with Bruce Howard and Lucas Ragland, our studio coordinator. Drillers have won 3 games in a row, including the first 2 games of this series, 11-1 on Tuesday night, and then on Wednesday, an exciting walk-off 3-2 win. Drillers start tonight a game back of first-place Arkansas in the Texas League North Division. Emmett Sheehan, big guy, 6'5", 220, 23 years young. He's out of New York, New York. Played his college ball in the Northeast at Boston College for the Eagles, and was a 6th-round pick of the Dodgers a couple of years ago. And he's off to a great start. 1 win, 1 loss, a 3.26 ERA. He's making his 5th start, his 6th overall appearance this year. And how about these numbers? In 19 and a third innings, he has struck out 35 and walked only 8. So here we go. Team's leadoff batter will be Ripken Reyes, the switch-hitting second baseman. Reyes is hitting 323 in 10 ball games, 10 for 31 at the plate. Game's first pitch is a fastball. Fastball that's high and outside, ball 1. First pitch delivered at 5:06, 77 degrees. Next pitch is a fastball gunned in there for a strike. That one sailed in there at 96 degrees. Or excuse me, 96 miles per hour. We're going to be in the 90s, I think, on Sunday, are we not? Saturday or Sunday. Next pitch is up high.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I'm already psyched out about it.
Yeah, Saturday, tomorrow 92, Sunday 90.
That's going to be hard to believe. Right now it's perfect, 77 degrees. Pitch a swing and a foul at the plate to the game's leadoff batter, Ripken Reyes. Drillers defensively, Diego Cartaya, the battery mate of Sheehan. Emmanuel Vargas is at first base. Yorbit Vivas at second. Eddie's Leonard the shortstop. Brandon Lewis at third. Johnny DeLuca in left. Jose Ramos in center. Andy Paz is in right. And here's strike 3 called. Came in with a changeup at 83 after that 96 mile per hour heater. And Reyes is caught looking at a changeup, and he strikes out to begin the ball game. Here is Juan Fernandez, the designated hitter. Fernandez is hitting .442 in 13 ball games this year. 19 for 43 at the plate. Right-handed batter. First pitch inside, ball 1. Drillers come into the ball game 14-9 overall. They are 8-3 at home, 6-6 on the road. San Antonio 10-12 on the year. Pitch a swing and a liner foul towards the first base dugout. And Sheehan comes back, and a swing and a miss. Took some off there with that slider. Boy, Sheehan working quickly, working off that first base side of the pitching rubber, and the right-hander delivers. The pitch, swing and a ground ball, rolled towards short. Leonard is up with it. Quick throw to first for the out, 2 down. Fernandez, the designated hitter, retired 6-3, the putout. Here is Pedro Castellanos, the first baseman. Castellanos hitting .235 for the year, 4 homers, 12 runs driven in. Now a bit of a comforting breeze coming in from left center field towards the third base foul line. Pitch swinging a comebacker past the mound towards second base. It hits the base and deflects away from Vivas, the second baseman, and that will be ruled a hit. If that ball doesn't hit the base, Vivas fields it and throws to first to end the inning.
Got to be frustrating for Emmett Sheehan, because that was weak contact.
You know, and Bruce, we've seen Emmett pitch this year, and I got to tell you, he's the kind of pitcher you wonder at some point may pitch a no-hitter, especially in a 7-inning ball game. Here's Daniel Johnson, the center fielder. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. We have seen him with pure dominance. In fact, on opening night against these Missions back on April 6th, he pitched 5 hitless innings, allowed only 1 base runner to hit a batter. Next pitch is outside, no walks, and in that dominant performance, he had 8 strikeouts against these Missions. Next pitch misses high and outside, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway, game 1 of a doubleheader here in downtown Tulsa. And the pitch, fastball sails up high.
And you remember that opening day, he touched 98, almost 99 a couple of times. That one just now 96, so he's starting to warm to the task.
Yeah, he's a guy that can get it up there to 100. Emmett Sheehan, and he delivers. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, 94 miles per hour up in the zone. That's tough to catch up to for a batter. Sheehan's last outing was Friday at Arkansas. He pitched 3 2/3 innings, gave up 1 hit. He had 2 runs surrendered. Uncharacteristically, he had 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and did give up a home run. Pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out at 98. How do you do? So a pair of strikeouts here in the first inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader for Emmett Sheehan as we roll into the bottom of the first inning. Scoreboard shows the visiting San Antonio Missions nothing, and the Tulsa Drillers coming to bat. Here come the Tulsa Drillers to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Dennis Higgins along with Bruce Howard. Nice to have you with us as you're heading home to begin this weekend. I'll make a quick detour and head to the ballpark here. 2 7-inning games planned and a post-game fireworks show. Here's Johnny DeLuca facing Efren Contreras, right-hander for the Missions. First pitch, fastball backs him off the plate, ball 1. Johnny in this series is 6 for 10 with 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 3 runs driven in. Had the game-winning walk-off single in the 9th inning on Wednesday here. Pitch, swing and a miss. Efren Contreras, 5'10", 225 pounds, 23 years young. He's out of Ciudad Juarez in Mexico, right across the border there from El Paso. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Contreras, 0-3 record for the season, a 7.71 earned run average, making his 6th start, his 2nd outing against the Drillers this year. And the pitch, swing and a foul tip. Catcher could not hold on to it. Came in off speed at 75 there. Good pitch from Contreras. And DeLuca just did spoil it. Johnny's hitting .287 on the year, 8 homers and 12 runs driven in. Right-handed batter up here against Contreras. Here he comes. A pitch. Missed outside. Contreras, like so many pitchers today, coming off Tommy John surgery, had that back in 2019 and missed the entire 2021 season. Pitch, swing, and a foul off to the right. He was signed off of Veracruz in the Mexican League, and the Padres paid Veracruz $50,000 for the rights to sign him. And the pitch, swing, and a foul back. In his career, Contreras 8-17 with a 3.89 ERA. 2 years ago, he was on the Padres 40-man roster, but last year taken off of it. But they still hold him in high regard. Pitch, missed with a breaking ball outside, and the count now runs full. No score, bottom of the first inning. Sun is popping through the high cloud cover. Contreras with a sigh on the mound, and the right-hander's 3-2. Swing and a ground ball wide to third, a foul ball. Drillers manager Scott Hennessy in the third base coaching box. Juan Apodaca over at first. Three and two the count now to the Drillers leadoff batter, Johnny DeLuca. The pitch, swinging a high fly ball to center, playable. Daniel Johnson drifting in. and makes the one-handed catch. One down here in the Drillers' first inning, no score. San Antonio has Michael De La Cruz catching, Pedro Castellanos at first base, Ripken Reyes at second, Luis Aviles Jr. at shortstop, Connor Hollis at third. Brantley Bell is the left fielder, Daniel Johnson in center, and Tirso Ornelas is in right. First pitch, swing and a miss by Vivas. There's that patented huge swing each and every pitch. Left-handed batter with a slightly open stance. Stands in the back of the batter's box. Pitch, swing, and he pulls a ground ball to first. Gathered in by Castellanos, underhands to the pitcher covering, and that's 2 outs. 3-1 the put out. Here comes Andy Paz, the right fielder. Andy in this series is 1 for 6 with a double and 3 walks. He has been going through a bit of a rough stretch the last week or two at the plate. Right-handed slugger in the first pitch. Just a little bit off the outside edge, a breaking ball, ball 1. Paz in his last 6 ball games, 6 for 23, 4 doubles and an RBI. Only 1 RBI, however, in his last 12 ball games. And the pitch. Off speed, in there for a strike. Paz for the season hitting .250, a pair of homers, and 16 runs driven in. But he's been stuck on that 16 RBIs for quite a while. And the 1-1 swing and a ball chopped foul into the third base dugout. Drillers in the midst of a 12-game homestand. Got to 2 games tonight, game tomorrow night, and then on Sunday, an afternoon game, and then beginning Tuesday, the Springfield Cardinals coming in for 6. And the pitch is low and outside. Mentioned the Drillers decked out in their home white uniforms, and the Missions in their road grays with a 2-tone cap. A dark navy blue cap with it looks like a gold colored bill and black numerals. Pitch, swing, and a ball popped in the air. Shallow left field, coming in a hurry is Bell, the left fielder, still coming in. He gets there and makes the catch. A little bit surprised the shortstop Luis Aviles Jr. didn't go after that ball much at all. He left it to the left fielder who came in and made the catch. We played 1. Game 1 of this doubleheader here in downtown Tulsa. No score. Here's the first pitch of the second inning is in there for a strike to the catcher, Michael De La Cruz, the catcher. Left-handed batter who stands off the plate, slightly open stance, and Sheehan's pitch. Changeup in there for a strike. Boy, floated that one in there at 80. Sheehan in the first inning, 2 strikeouts, gave up an infield single, a ground ball that hit second base and deflected away for a hit. Right-hander delivers, and a pitch, changeup again down low. His changeup's at 82, his fastball can reach 98, 99. Right-hander rocks into his motion, a pitch, swing, and a foul back. De La Cruz is hitting .268 with 2 homers and 9 runs driven in. He played in the opening game here on Tuesday night, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Drillers have won the first 2 games of this series, 11-1 and 3-2. Sheehan to the plate, pitch, swinging the ball, popped up. Shortstop side, calling for it is Leonard in the couple of steps in the outfield grass and makes the catch. Here the Drillers announcing a couple of player moves before the ball game tonight. Cody Hosey has been reactivated to the roster. He'd been out with a hamstring injury. Good to see Cody back. Here is Tirso Ornelas, the right fielder, left-handed batter. First pitch, off speed, in there for a strike. That came in at 75 miles per hour. And the pitch, swinging a comebacker off the bare hand of Sheehan, picked up by the shortstop. Nope, not able to come up with the bare hand is Leonard. That'll be a base hit. So 2 infield singles. This one was off the pitching hand. There's a one hopper back over the mound, and Sheehan tried to reach up for it with a bare hand, lost control of it. And then Leonard, the shortstop, rushing in on the infield grass. He tried to scoop it up with a bare hand, but couldn't do it. Infield single for Ornelas. Batter now is Connor Hollis, right-handed hitter, third baseman. First pitch, low and outside, ball one.
It's such a natural thing to raise your hand up to try to stop that one, but I bet Ryan Denick, the pitching coach, had a lump in his throat when he saw that happen, huh?
Yeah, the other day that line drive back in Nostrini, he tried to reach out with a bare hand and hit it off his wrist. That could have been a disaster. That was a line bullet. Next pitch is low and outside. Hollis is hitting 184 with 2 runs driven in. No score here in the top of the second inning. Game scheduled for 7, as is the nightcap. Pitch, that is a little bit low. Perhaps a little bit low, judging by Sheehan's reaction. He thought maybe it was a strike. That's one thing we've seen early in the season. Emmett Sheehan is pretty demonstrative on the mound when he thinks it should be a strike. Next pitch, and that is in there for a strike. I'm not sure that endears you to the umpires, but
yeah.
And the pitch. That is in there. That's the slider at 86. That slid right on the outside corner. Three and two the count, and the pitch. Swing and a ball hitting the air down the right field side into the corner, giving Chase his pause, and can't get it. The ball caroms off the wall away from him. On his way to third base is Ornelas, and he's going to be held, and now the throw comes to the plate. He was originally held by his manager in the third base coaching box, and then when the ball was bobbled a little bit by Paz in right field, he waved him home, but it was too late then. Ornelas had stopped at third. And so the Drillers perhaps catch a break there. That's a double for Hollis. He goes the other way and hits it off the padded wall in the right field corner.
I think Luke Montz was doing the right thing and holding him, but then when Paz dropped it, he would have and could have scored.
But Paz has got a great arm. He did throw a 2-hop throw right to the plate a little bit late. Here's Luis Aviles Jr., the infield pulled in. Pitch, a swing and a miss at a slider. Infield is in with runners at second and third and 1 out. And the pitch, swinging a ball, popped up behind the plate, playable. The catcher, Cartaya, coming back, and did it hit the screen? Or did he just give up on it?
I think he lost sight of it. It just dropped. I think it just dropped. It just dropped right next to him.
Yeah, it looked like, couldn't tell if it hit the screen on its way down. Maybe the replay will show.
I don't think it did.
It certainly looked like it just came straight down. And you're right, Bruce. I think that maybe he lost that ball as he was looking back behind the stadium into the sun. And the pitch, swing, and a foul back. Came in with a fastball up at 96.
So here's a test of your intestinal fortitude. Your catcher probably should have caught that one. What's Emmett Sheehan going to do? He clearly wanted to strike him out with a high fastball there.
Well, the infield is still in. They're all 4 infielders on the edge of the grass. Pitch is a swing and a ball popped up into shallow right field. Coming in is Paz. He calls off the second baseman and makes the catch. And then Paz throws it. It's cut off by the first baseman, Vargas. Well, we've seen times earlier this year, in fact, last week at Arkansas, where Paz will catch a fly ball in the outfield and kind of hold it. I think trying to egg the runner to try to tag. This time he did not, thankfully. But he did that last week in Arkansas, Bruce. I couldn't understand what was going on because there was a runner at third, and he broke and stopped, and then paused, acted like he was going to throw it, and then brought the ball back. And then the second time, the runner took off, and he scored. Here's the first pitch in there for a strike to Brantley Bell. So that's a big out on that pop-up to shallow right field. Thought off the bat that might be trouble because the infield playing in. Bell is hitting .237, a homer and 4 runs driven in. He swings and fouls one back to right-handed batter. It was Bell on Wednesday who hit an opposite field home run into the Drillers bullpen in right field. And that was in the 8th inning, gave the Missions a 2-1 lead. And then the Drillers were able to rally in the bottom of the 9th inning and win that game Wednesday 3-2. Their first walk-off win of the year. Bell waits from the right side. The pitch is a swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider away. Big strikeout. And Emmett Sheehan works around a second and third with one out jam. We head now to the bottom of the second inning here in downtown Tulsa. It is the Missions nothing and the Drillers nothing. And welcome one, welcome all. Dennis Higgins along with Bruce Howard. No score as we go to the bottom of the second inning here in Tulsa. First game of a doubleheader. First pitch to Emmanuel Vargas is taken low, ball one. So a fine piece of pitching there by Emmett Sheehan. Gets out of a second and third one out jam with a pop out and a strikeout. Contreras on the mound for the Mission, swing and a ball lifted foul off to the third base side. Post-game fireworks show, plenty of tickets remaining for tonight. Also tomorrow night, a post-game fireworks show. Pitch off speed from Contreras, misses but not by much. Emmanuel Vargas hitting .300, 4 homers, 16 runs driven in. Good-looking left-handed hitter with power. Pitch, swing, and a ball hit in the air, foul down the third base side, and the wind will help that one drift into the seats. Well, our first pitch time and temperature is always brought to you by the YMCA of Greater Tulsa. Spring into wellness at the Y by visiting the YMCA, by visiting YMCATulsa.org. The YMCA is the official workout facility for the Drillers. 5:06 our start time and 77 degrees. Next pitch is outside, and it's a full count now to Vargas. Contreras looks over his mid-in for the sign from his catcher, De La Cruz, and the pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. That's strike three. So Contreras notches his first strikeout. Mentioned Contreras coming back from Tommy John surgery, which he had in 2019. Of course, the 2020 season was canceled by the pandemic, and he did not pitch in 2021. Missed the season coming back from that TJ surgery. First pitch to Cartaya is up high, ball one. But the Padres still really like this young man. He's only 23 years old. And the pitch, swinging a high pop fly to shallow right field. Ornelas, the right fielder, coming in. Still coming in, and he makes the two-handed catch. Cartaya hitting .197 coming in, 2 homers, 11 runs driven in. In his first 15 games at Tulsa, Cartaya 12 for 61. That's that .197 average. Also 2 doubles. Actually 3 doubles, I beg your pardon. Here's Jose Ramos, center fielder. First pitch, he takes low, ball one. He's got that wind blowing in, it looks like left center field towards the third base foul line. That's the predominant direction of wind here at One Oak. Pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. Ramos didn't like that call. He's hitting .263, 5 homers, 11 runs driven in. He's another good-looking ball player, right-handed swinger, young man from Panama. Pitch off speed, missed inside at 74, backed him off the plate. This guy, Ramos, like his teammate Andy Paz, they both have really strong arms. And they both have accumulated a lot of outfield assists. Pitch swinging a high, deep blast to left center field. Bell's going back, he's looking up, and this one is gone. Wow! That cleared the berm. That is a mammoth shot. I'll tell you what, several years ago, Kyle Garlick hit a home run in that same spot. And that's one of the longer home runs in this ballpark's history out to left center field. That cleared the berm easily and landed on the walkway out there and took a gigantic hop out towards Boiler Alley, a concession stand. Wow.
They may still be trying to chase that ball down
the street. And the first pitch to Eddie's Leonard is up high, ball one, came in off speed. Yeah, Kyle Garlick, who's now plying his trade for the Minnesota Twins. And the pitch, swing and a foul back by Leonard. Well, with that clout, Budweiser will donate another $50 to the Folds of Honor Foundation. Every home run the Drillers hit at beautiful One Oak Field this year. The Folds of Honor donates $50 to the Folds of Honor Foundation. Leonard waits in the pitch, and that just missed off the outside edge. That home run for Ramos is his 6th of the year, his 12th RBI. 1-0 lead for the Drillers here in the second inning. And the pitch is down low. Drillers now in the season, that is their 26th home run. Pitch swinging a liner in the left field, that's a base hit. So Leonard hitting 177 coming in, coming off that big game on Tuesday night, 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs, a homer and 3 doubles. Solid single here. And the batter now will be Brandon Lewis, the third baseman.
You were hoping it would happen or start to happen for Eddie's Leonard. 6 of his last 10 now.
Yeah, he got off to a miserable start to the season. And the pitch to Lewis is just outside, ball 1. Let me correct myself. Oh, they called a balk on Contreras. So down to second base marches Leonard. That home run by Ramos is the Drillers' 30th of the year. 30 home runs. And this is game number 24 on the schedule. Contreras, a right-hander, delivers. And the pitch is low to Lewis. Brandon is hitting 145 on the year with a homer, and he's driven in 5 runs.
And only Corpus Christi has more home runs. They have 33 coming into today's play.
Drillers will be in Corpus Christi in about a week and a half. And the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball towards short, fielded on the big hop by Aviles Jr. Straightens up, throws to first for the out to end the inning. But a memorable long home run by Jose Ramos beyond left center field. We head now to the third inning. Bruce Howard will be along with the play-by-play. And as we go to the third inning, the Drillers 1 and the Missions nothing.
Bruce Howard with you here at One Oak Field as we head to the third. It's 1-0 in favor of the Drillers. 2 base hits for Tulsa, 3 in the game for the Missions of San Antonio, but Tulsa has the lead. Top third of the order for San Antonio, Ripken Reyes, Juan Fernandez, and Pedro Castellanos. Against right-hander Emmett Sheehan, who got out of a little bit of a jam in the second inning. Second and third, 1 out. He induced a shallow pop fly to the outfield and then struck out the number 9 hitter, Bell. So here's Reyes, who struck out looking his first time up, and a tailing fastball outside. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Reyes came in, the .323 average. He's 1 for 6 in the series. The 1-0 delivery, that is a breaking ball. That might have been the straight change. It's in there for a strike. He fooled him with a changeup on strike 3 in that first at bat. The right-hander turns on the rubber and brings it. Fastball just missed outside at 97 miles an hour. Emmett Sheehan making his 5th start, his 6th overall appearance. He has been outstanding for the Drillers. The right-hander's pitch, that's a fastball strike on the outer third at 96 miles an hour. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ripken Reyes. Sheehan, originally a 6th-round draft choice of the Dodgers out of Boston College. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul, smacked off to the left side, high in the air and out of play. Sheehan is 6'4", 220 pounds. Grew up in Darien, Connecticut. Was born in New York. Here's the delivery, swing and a miss. Got him with that slider. And we talk about the fastball getting up to 97, 98 miles an hour. It's that 88 mile an hour fastball with all that, or that 88 mile an hour slider with all of that movement that's going to get him a lot of strikeouts, especially at the highest level. 1 down, and it's Juan Fernandez who grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. 1-0 Tulsa here in the third inning. First of a doubleheader, and there's a swing and a miss. And again, it's that slider. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Fernandez. Change up, swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Fernandez with the ground out to shortstop in the first inning is now 1 for 8 against Driller pitching and 0 for 5 in the series. He kicks. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with that slider. So 2 straight strikeouts on the slide piece and 2 down here in the third inning, and Pedro Castellanos is the batter. Well, as impressive as Emmett Sheehan has been so far in this game, he has 5 strikeouts. The home run by Ramos, wow, 436 feet according to our stat guy, Brian Carroll. Tells us 436 feet. Castellanos, the batter, had a base hit. Hit kind of a tapper up the middle that actually hit the base at second, and that eluded Vivas. And there's a pitch in there for a strike, and this is when you really like Emmett Sheehan, how aggressive he is right now. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Swinging a foul, line to the right side, and into the netting over there. That mammoth shot, Dennis, was just to the right of the big scoreboard, video board, if you will. And I think if it was on the video board, it would have been up high on that video board, don't you think?
I've never seen a home run other than during batting practice off that video board out there in left center. What makes that home run impressive, Bruce, I didn't mention at the time, but that drove that into the wind.
Yeah.
Into the wind.
Yeah. Well, you have the retired numbers over there, Rodriguez and Coolbaugh and Bobby Jones, and then, of course, Jackie Robinson over there. It was just to the right of all of those numbers. There's a fly ball lazy toward center field, and to his left is Ramos, and Ramos collects that one. And that was a worry-free inning for Emmett Sheehan. He blows away the first 2 and then gets an easy fly ball. 1-2-3 inning for the Driller starting pitcher, his first 1-2-3 so far. And in game 1 of this doubleheader, we have played 2 1/2 innings, and the Drillers lead 1-0. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Josh Stowers, who is hitting 190 on the year. 11 hits and 58 at-bats, 6 runs, 2 doubles. Has 1 home run and 5 RBIs, and he pops this one high in the air, left side, shallow left field. Out there is the shortstop Aviles, and Aviles able to make the catch. 1 down here in the third inning. And Johnny DeLuca is the batter. Hey, did you know you can watch every Drillers game this season and over 7,000 other minor league games on Bally Live, on the Bally Live app, or through MILB.TV? Download the Bally Live app on any mobile device and watch for free. And you can also visit MILB.com to learn more. There's a tapper hit by DeLuca left side. Coming in is Hollis, and the third baseman grabs it shin high and throws across in time for the out. 2 down here in the third inning, and Yorbit Vivas will be the batter. And, of course, when you visit MILB.com, you learn more about how you can get those games, and they all come with a subscription to MILB.TV. Make sure you don't miss a pitch this season. And the batter is Vivas, who is 0 for 1, bounced out to the first baseman, and first ball hitting. He knocks it right back to the pitcher. Contreras gloves it, and he throws to first. Getting it over there, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Contreras. And now we go to the fourth. It's still Tulsa 1 and San Antonio nothing. And this San Antonio Missions lineup will try to take a shot at fireballing right-hander Emmett Sheehan here in the fourth inning. Daniel Johnson will lead it off. Then Michael De La Cruz and Tirsa Onela. There's a bunt attempt, foul. Back into the screen is Daniel Johnson, who does have good speed, tried to get on with the bunt. 3 base hits in the ball game for the Missions. 2 of them were kind of scratch singles. The other was a Hollis double that almost was a home run down the right field line. Here's the pitch outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Daniel Johnson, who struck out swinging in the first. He's 1 for 9 in the series. Here's the delivery, high for a ball. Now it's 2-1. This Driller staff, 3.05 ERA as a team. That's best in the league. And in this series, goodness, they have shackled San Antonio so far. There's a fastball high and a rare 3-1 count for Sheehan. San Antonio coming into this game Was 7 for 61 in the first couple of games, 115 average. 3-1 pitch, swinging a high drive down the left field line. Long run for DeLuca. DeLuca running out of space, and that one twists foul. Right up over there next to Hornsby's Hangout over there, sponsored by Quick Trip down that left field line in foul territory. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Johnson. Tulsa has won 4 of the 5 games in this season series. They're 4-1. There's a swing and a miss, and chewed him up with a pitch right on the inside corner. Strikeout number 6 now for Emmett Sheehan. The Drillers leading 1-0. Michael De La Cruz is the batter. Popped out to the shortstop in the second inning. Well, he just brought gas on the inside corner. You watch that again on our Bally's live stream. De La Cruz, left-handed hitter, 0 for 4 in the series. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, a little bit low. And, I was reading some stuff about Emmett Sheehan, and one of the commentators, I don't know, somebody writing a story about him said, well, he's not like Wild Thing. And it made me pause just for a second. And he was talking about the Major League, the movie character, played by Charlie Sheen, who was number 99. Well, he doesn't have the mohawk or any of that silly stuff. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. But, Dennis, I was starting to think, how many 99s are there that you can think of? The obvious one is Judge of the Yankees as a current 99. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit high in the air to center field. And waiting for it is Ramos. Makes the catch. 2 down here in the 4th inning. But I looked it up, and the one that I'd forgotten about? Manny Ramirez was 99. Not with the Red Sox. I remember him, of course, being number 24 for the Red Sox, but for the Dodgers for 3 years and for the White Sox.
Wasn't Wayne Gretzky 99?
Wayne Gretzky, yeah.
Hockey?
Yeah.
It is an unusual number.
Ornelas, the batter, swing and a miss.
Well, and Jose Ramos has an offensive lineman's number out there, 55.
Yeah, that's right. There weren't many out there. Todd Frazier is one. He had a 99 one year for the Pirates. Here's the pitch, inside and low, and just kind of looking it up, there weren't that many familiar names, to be honest with you. Ryu, I don't know how that's.
Dodgers
the
pitcher.
Dodgers pitcher, the left-hander, is 99. Oh, and of course, I can't believe this I missed this. Alex Verdugo was 99.
Is that right?
The Red Sox former driller. There's a bouncer back to the mound off the glove of number 99, Sheehan, and he picks it up and just tosses it over there in time for the out.
And you're forgetting the most famous 99. That was Agent 99 on Maxwell Smart.
Was that Jane Fonda?
No.
Very famous actress.
Yes, she was a Miss America.
Yes.
Feldman,
yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
She's the prettiest 99.
Yes. There you have it. So we've taken care of all the 99s, and we're going to 86 this and go to the commercial break at the end of 3 and at the end of 3.5 innings of play. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. Your score is Tulsa 1, San Antonio 0. We go to the home half of the 4th inning. Andy Paz to lead it off here in the 4th against Efren Contreras, and the first pitch misses inside 1-0 to Paz. Emmanuel Vargas and Diego Cartaya to follow for the Drillers, leading 1-0 in the game. On a beautiful Friday for baseball, sunshine, and we are playing 2. The first game started just a little bit after 5. I think it was 5:06 first pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now to Paz. And that one inside and low, 3-0. And to this point, right-hander Contreras has made the one mistake. Ramos deposited that one over the Budweiser Terrace left field for a home run. Here's the pitch, a slow roller left side, but it went off his leg. It's a foul ball. So he went hacking on 3-0. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. 4th inning brought to you by Hornitos, the official tequila of Drillers baseball. 1-0 Tulsa, 1 run on 2 hits for the Drillers, no runs, 3 hits for the Missions. And they take a moment to allow Paz to shake it off. And you get a 3-0 cookie and you bang it into your own leg. That's got to be frustrating. Swing and a foul straight back. And the count goes to 3-2. And in case you were wondering, yes, it was Barbara Felden who was Agent 99 on the famous comedy Get Smart. Swing and a foul straight back, and I said, let's 86 this whole thing. And and again, some people are probably shaking their head going, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. But 86 was actually the number of Maxwell Smart, right? Secret Agent 86. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, lifted off to the right and out of play. Mel Brooks actually had quite a bit to do with that. I think he was the executive producer of Get Smart, which is one of the more clever comedies of the 60s.
Yes. Didn't understand it as a kid, but watching it as an adult.
Here's the pitch inside for a ball. And again, dating ourselves. Both you and I are kind of dating ourselves by talking about Get Smart, but the Cone of Silence was one of my favorite
Chief
little bits that they used to do.
He'd always ask, Chief, can we use the Cone of Silence in his office? I used to love it when Chief would go on about a 2-minute detailed message, and he'd go like, did you get that, Max? Yeah, right up until you said, now listen to this.
So Paz walks, and there's a pitch in the dirt.
And you can't forget Jaime.
Yep.
Jaime was kind of a robot, I think.
Yeah.
An agent.
Yep.
Against Chaos. Siegfried.
Contreras to the belt. And here's the right-hander's pitch. Nubbed off the end of the bat down the third base line, but squirts foul. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike.
The old famous missed it by that much.
Yeah. That was missed it by that much was the precursor to just a bit outside.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the set. And the Contreras 1-1 pitch. Vargas takes it for a strike, a breaking ball for a 1-2 count.
You know, actually, I would recommend people that want to see some good, clean humor. Get Smart.
Yeah.
Clever, witty, and funny.
Yeah, well written. A throw to first and back in is Paz. And now time is called. I don't know if the pitcher maybe tweaked something on his throw to first.
I wonder if he's got maybe a blister.
Well, Castellanos at first was the first guy to raise his hand and call time.
Yeah, he looks like he's favoring maybe his right wrist or his hand. That's what makes me think it might be a blister.
Well, they are starting to get a couple of guys up kind of just swinging the arms around in the bullpen, but obviously if this is an injury situation, if there is a new pitcher, he will get all he wants in terms of time. I was going to mention this about Emmanuel Vargas, and you've been around the team obviously a lot more than I have. Seems like a good guy, doesn't he? I mean, does he?
Yeah, I mean, they're all good guys as far as I'm concerned. You know, when I travel with them the first 2 road trips on the bus, a lot of times I don't take the bus. I'll drive myself to have a little more freedom on the road. And, and when you're on those long bus trips, we went to Midland and went to Little Rock last week. And, they usually stop once or twice in a trip like Midland. You get off and you mingle with the guys at a truck stop. And Henny says this every year, and he means it every year. But this year he said, this really is a good group of guys. And I think that's a reflection of the Dodgers. I really do. I think the type of player that they go out and sign.
Young man out of Dominican Republic, Emmanuel Vargas. I guess we're ready to go again. Contreras is ready to go with the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Yanked down the right field line, but well foul. And the reason, Dennis, I say this is because the first at-bat, Emmanuel came up and with the knob of his bat, hit the shin of the umpire and the shin of the catcher, just as a way to say, hey, guys, how you doing?
Oh, you're saying give me a call or two here, right, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But also to the catcher.
Yeah.
Now time is called just as Contreras was about ready to deliver. And it is ruled a ball, so evidently a pitch clock violation. So now the count goes to 2-2 to Emmanuel Vargas. Here's the set by Contreras. And the right-hander's delivery is outside for a ball.
You know, I'll say this too, Bruce, about Emmanuel Vargas. You know, he comes to this team surrounded by a lot of really highly touted prospects.
Right.
And I talked last week after a ball game with Scott Hennessy, the manager. He said this guy is clearly playing himself into a prospect. Not that he wasn't before.
Runner is going, swing and a miss on the 3-2. Here's the throw to second, safe. Stolen base for Páez, his 7th of the year. But it is a strikeout of Vargas. One down here in the 4th inning, second time that Vargas has swung and missed at strike 3, and Páez has the stolen base. 1-0, the Drillers with the lead. As we play here in the 4th inning, and you see it on the Bally's live stream, that throw is just a little on the left field side of the bag, and Reyes could not slap the tag down in time. Cartaya, the batter for the Drillers. Fly to right his first time up. Contreras to the belt. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball that missed outside. And I would sense that Contreras probably the right guy to come in and pitch this game 3. Kind of a crafty guy. And you know, his ERA was up over 7 coming into the game. But just the sort of guy that might give this aggressive Tulsa hitting Tulsa attack a little bit of trouble, because he throws breaking balls for strikes, and again he's obviously better than the 7-point whatever ERA he had coming in. A swing and a foul at the plate. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Cartaya. Last couple of games starting to get it going. 4 of 10 in his last 2 with a home run. He had been 0 for 15 before breaking out of it here in the last couple of games. The set by Contreras. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike outside corner. That one at 74 miles an hour, so we would think a curveball.
You know, Contreras is coming off a 5-inning no-hit, no-run performance his previous outing.
Right. Got a no decision against Northwest Arkansas on the 29th. Now steps off. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts in that performance.
You know what it's like as a starting pitcher. If you give up like 5 or 6 runs in your first outing on the year, your ERA just balloons.
Right. You fight it the rest of the year to try to get it back. 1-2 pitch, and that one just missed outside. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball to Cartaya. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even worse for a reliever if you blow up in a game early.
Contreras wanted to strike there. He might have had one too.
Yeah. The set. And he steps towards second, does not throw the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Drillers lead 1-0. We're in the 4th. Tulsa has a runner in scoring position. Andy Páez, 1 out. Ramos on deck. He's the reason Tulsa leads 1-0. A mammoth home run a couple of innings ago. Here's a fastball high and outside. Now it's 3-2. Drillers have won 3 in a row, including the first 2 in this series. Here's the set by the right-hander and the pitch. A breaking ball skied, a high pop-up left side of the infield. Aviles Jr. coming in and makes the catch. 2 down here in the 4th inning, and here comes Jose Ramos. Hit his 6th home run in the 2nd inning, a mammoth shot to left center field, and it was not, one of those high line drive type shots. Even though you kind of knew it was out at the beginning, it was a moon shot. So it was not only hit far and long, 463 feet, but it was high. Contreras sets. And here's the pitch. Fastball strike outside corner. Jose Ramos is now 2 for 7 in this series. He's hit 2 of his 6 home runs against San Antonio, but again, remember, these 2 teams have played quite a bit here in the early season. Unusual quirk in the schedule. A breaking ball inside. We've talked about this a couple of times. These 2 teams will play up until Sunday, and that's it. Won't play each other again in the regular season. From the belt, Contreras. Looks towards second, now brings it. Breaking ball popped up right side. That one spinning out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Ramos. Eddie's Leonard is starting to catch fire on deck for Tulsa. Paz at second base. He led off the 4th inning here with a walk and then stole second. From the stretch, Contreras. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball, and he rips it foul, though. Hit that one hard on the ground left side. Right behind manager Scott Hennessy. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ramos. Outfield, medium depth straight away. Ramos deep in the box. Slightly closed stance. The set. Here's the pitch, way outside and low. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drillers lead 1-0 here in the 4th. And Ramos, so we mentioned that stance deep in the box and slightly closed. And then he's got this really high bat waggle. Here's the set. And the right-hander's pitch. A breaking ball swing and a miss. He gets him. So nice job by Contreras. I mean, the last time Ramos hit it 430 some odd feet. This time, though, he comes in and just able to throw the breaking pitch on the outside corner and strike out Ramos. Nothing for the Drillers in the 4th. And we head to the 5th inning now. It is Tulsa 1, San Antonio nothing. It is 1-0 in favor of the Drillers as we go now to the 5th inning. Bruce Howard along with Dennis Higgins with you at One Oak Field, first of a doubleheader. Second game will begin no earlier than 7:05 here tonight. There's a breaking ball inside to Connor Hollis. Hollis followed by Luis Aviles Jr. and Brantley Bell for San Antonio. The wind by Sheehan and the delivery, swinging a foul back into the screen. Sheehan has a 1-1 record coming into this game with that really good ERA, and of course the wonderful strikeouts to innings pitch to walks ratio. 35 strikeouts, only 8 walks. Here's the pitch, swinging a chop. Actually hit it off the hands, a little soft line drive foul to the right. But Sheehan's win actually came in his one relief appearance, the piggyback start, if you will, on day 1, opening day. I think it was Landon Knack who started that game, and it was Emmett Sheehan who came in the 5th inning and pitched 5 brilliant relief innings and got the win in the 7-0 victory. There's a pitch outside corner strike. Gets him with that slider, and again, that's a pitch that's going to get him a lot of outs in the major leagues when he gets there. And Luis Aviles Jr., the batter, with 1 out here in the 5th inning. 7 strikeouts now for Emmett Sheehan, who one time when pitching for Boston College had 15 in a game. Pitch to Aviles in there for a strike. And again, his pitch total right now is about 66. And obviously all the pitchers on both teams a little bit of a pitch limit, but there's a foul lifted to the right side, and that one twists out of play. Sheehan now has thrown 67. The wind, here's the 0-2. Swinging a high pop fly right side, and that one again is going to slice out of play. And it remains no balls and 2 strikes. I think if you're a pitcher and you know you're near your limit, you can kind of blow and go. Just let it go here in this, what would probably be your final inning. Who knows? They may extend him out a little bit, but right now he's at 68 pitches. Aviles flied out to right field in the 2nd inning. Tulsa leads 1-0 here in the 5th. Here's the pitch, swinging. He just barely stayed alive. That was inches away for being strikeout number 8. No walks in the game. 3 base hits. 2 of them were not hit well, just little scratch singles in the infield. The ball that was hit well was Connor Hollis's double off the right field wall. No balls, 2 strikes, and here's the pitch. Outside and low for a ball. We had talked earlier about the pitch clock violation by Efren Contreras. Emmett Sheehan, I don't think he comes close to getting a pitch clock violation. He is starting his windup, and there's a lot of times 10, 11 seconds on that clock. Here's the pitch way outside, and now it's 2-2. Ryan Sublette is up in the bullpen for the Drillers. So presumably he's the next guy, and let's hope it's next inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him. That is strikeout number 8, and that is 2 in a row here in the 5th inning for Emmett Sheehan. Hey, when the Drillers score, you can score with Mazzio's Lucky 7 promotion. Anytime the Drillers score 7 or more runs in a game this year, the next day you score a 1-topping large Mazzio's pizza for just $7. The offer available only online at mazzios.com, and when you use the promo code Drillers at the checkout. Offer only valid at participating Mazzio's locations. And he burns a strike in there. And it's 0-1 now to Brantley Bell, who struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. And here he comes again. Another quick wind and a quick pitch, and it's low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have to love a pitcher that gets up there and just goes at people. The 1-1 pitch, and that one's in for a strike with that breaking ball. Might have been the changeup, but it also had a wrinkle on it, and a lot of changeups do have movement on it. And the batter, Brantley Bell, steps out and gets the 1 step out he has. And Sheehan ready to go. The wind, the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball toward shortstop. Leonard scoops it up ankle high. Throws across in time for the out. And that's it, an easy 1-2-3 inning. And what a job by Emmett Sheehan, as he has retired 11 in a row. And he has pitched Tulsa through 5 innings. And at the end of 4.5, it is Tulsa 1, San Antonio nothing. In the middle of the 5th inning, Eddie's Leonard to lead it off for Tulsa, then Brandon Lewis and Josh Stowers against Efrain Contreras. I'm sorry, there's a reliever in there, I believe, for San Antonio. Remember, Contreras had, and it's Alec Jacob. Contreras had, I don't know if he came up lame or whatever, but there was some concern. And so Jacob comes into the game as the new pitcher, the right-hander for Contreras. And here's the pitch just a little bit outside. The first pitch was a strike, that pitch away. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind and the pitch swung on and hit off the end of the bat to the right side into the net. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eddie's Leonard, who had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Now he's on a 4-game hit streak for Tulsa. Contreras goes 4 innings, allows 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, of course, the home run. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Tulsa leading 1-0 on the home run by Jose Ramos. And he slings that one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alec Jacob kind of comes sidearm 3/4. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled away off to the right, and out of play. Leonard staying in there at 2-2. Jacob is 6'3", 190. Slender young man from Spokane, Washington. On the year, no wins, no loss. 2.25 ERA, his 4th appearance. Breaking ball, low and outside. And like a lot of right-handers that come sidearm or 3/4, that sweeping breaking ball trying to give the right-hander trouble, but he missed on that one. Now it's 3-2, and here comes the pitch, and he punches it foul to the right side. Count still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tulsa with the 1 run in the 2nd inning on a mammoth home run by Jose Ramos, his 6th of the year. Wind of the right-hander's pitch, and again he slaps it to the right side, and that one very close to being right down the line, on the line, but it was fouled by about 4 or 5 inches. And the count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man for the Drillers here in the 5th inning, Eddie's Leonard. Tulsa leading 1-0. The kick by the right-hander, and here's the pitch, breaking ball, and he yanks that one, lining it to the left side and foul. So the count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and so you've seen a myriad in this at-bat, and The good thing for Leonard is he's seen a bunch of pitches now. This will be pitch number 10 in this at-bat. The wind, another 3-2. Way outside, and it eludes the catcher, De La Cruz, all the way to the backstop. That's ball 4, and Leonard with a very nice at-bat. And Eddie's had been a little bit anxious early in the season. He had struck out, 21 times this year. And guy that usually gets the bat on the ball a little bit better than that, and now a very nice 10-pitch base on balls to lead things off here in the 5th inning. Lewis, the batter, grounded out to short his first time up. Jacob to the belt and now brings it. Fastball in there for a strike at about 87. No balls, 1 strike to Brandon Lewis. A right-hander's delivery, and that one's outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lewis, as he did a year ago with a slow start, hitting 145 coming in, and now he's 10 for 70, so that's 143. The set, throw to first. Back in there is Leonard, who has 1 steal on the year. Stowers is on deck. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Drillers lead it 1-0. First game of a doubleheader, so this is a 7-inning game. The check by Jacob. Here's the pitch way outside again, and it appears that he's having, as it happens with sidearm 3/4 type pitchers, when they have a little issue with the release point, it goes either way outside or way inside. The check by the righty. And the 2-1 delivery, and that one's straight down Broadway for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it seems like about everything from Alec Jacob is around 85, 87 miles an hour. Breaking ball a little bit slower, obviously. The set by the right-hander. The 2-2 delivery, that one low and outside. So now another 3-2 count. Eddie's Leonard had a 10-pitch at bat. This will be pitch number 6 to Brandon Lewis with a count at 3-2. Outfield playing him just slightly to go the other way. Throw to first and back in standing up is Leonard. In fact, left fielder Brantley Bell is well off the line, a good 90 feet off the line. Center fielder Johnson is shaded toward right center, so they're kind of angling toward the gaps. Right fielder Ornelas toward the line and pretty deep. There's a swing, and he pops it foul to the right, and that one out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Lewis. I don't see anybody warming up at this point in the San Antonio bullpen area. Of course, this is just the first few pitches for Jacob. Here's the delivery, fouled straight back into the net. And another good at bat by a Driller hitter. Still warming up in the bullpen is Ryan Sublett. In fact, he's pretty much ceased his warm-ups. He's ready to go, and presumably he's coming into the top of the 6th inning. The check by the right-hander. Here's the 3-2. Runner is going. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball throw to second. Safe. That's a stolen base, the 2nd of the year for Eddie's Leonard. Lewis strikes out. 1 down, runner at second base. Josh Stowers is the batter. Drillers with a 1-0 lead. Would love to add to it here. As with the 7-inning game, we're starting to get into the late innings. Got a replay on Valley's live stream, and it was a good call by the umpire at second. Clearly got the leg in. Stowers takes a look at a sweeping breaking ball, and it's outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the right-handed hitting DH of the Drillers. He is 0 for 9 in the series. He is 0 for 12 against San Antonio pitching. The check. Here's the righty's delivery, and that one is a changeup, I think. It kind of had a little bit of a tail back toward the right-handed hitter, and it stayed on that outside corner, 1-1. 1 out, a runner at second base. From the stretch, Jacob. And the right-hander's pitch. Sweeping, breaking ball way outside. This is the first of two, and the next game will begin at 7:05 or later, depending on how this first game goes. Landon Knack will pitch for Tulsa against Nolan Watson for San Antonio. The second game of the Twin Bill. The set and the right-hander's pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, deep left, going back is Bell. Bell drifting back on the warning track and makes the grab. Tagging at second, heading for third is Leonard, and Leonard is safe. The one-hop throw by Bell took a little bit of a jump, and that allowed Eddie's Leonard to get in there with the head-first slide. So a deep fly to left by Stowers at least moves the runner, and a runner at third with two down for Johnny DeLuca. Still only 5 hits in this ball game. 2 by the Drillers. One, of course, the home run. No runs on 3 hits for San Antonio. DeLuca, the batter, is 0 for 2. And the pitch outside with that curveball. Johnny DeLuca, a little 3-game hit streak going, but what's more impressive is he's had 3 straight games of 3 for 5. That's 9 for 15. 1-0 delivery, swinging a line shot left side off of the glove of the shortstop Aviles, and a run scores. Oh, that looked like the shortstop was going to come up with that lunging catch, and it went off his glove, and Leonard scores. 2-0 Tulsa. Don't know if they're going to rule that a hit or not. It was fairly well hit. And to his left and going up was Aviles. And I would wonder whether he was maybe looking into the sun. I guess you know at this point it's what, about 6:25, and the question is that sun dipping to our right, going down in the west, might have given him some trouble. DeLuca will get credit for a base hit. It's an RBI, and we have a pitching change as Alec Jacob will come out of the game, and we didn't see a whole lot of activity going on in the bullpen for San Antonio, but evidently they had somebody ready, and it looks like it is Justin Lopez who will come in now. So Lopez will replace Jacob, and kind of a hard luck inning there for Alec Jacob. He obviously, had Eddie's Leonard where he wanted him with a, 0-2 or 1-2 count. And Leonard did a great job. 10-pitch at bat, drew the walk, stole second, went to third on the fly ball, and then Johnny DeLuca's line drive clanked off the glove of Aviles, and Leonard scores. And that one's really that's an Eddie's Leonard run, because he got the stolen base and then alertly tagged and moved to third. He probably does not score from second on that line drive base hit by Johnny DeLuca. And so Justin Lopez comes into the game. Lopez, no wins, no losses, 0.00 ERA. This is his 7th appearance, and he has yet to allow anything. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs of any sort, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts for Lopez. Opposition hitting .208 against him. So the Drillers have a runner at first here with 2 down, and now leading by a score of 2-0. And Yorbit Vivas is the batter for Tulsa. Vivas is 0 for 2, grounded out to first, and he grounded back to the mound. And we'll keep an eye on Johnny DeLuca, who has 5 steals in the game. This will be a prime opportunity for him to take off. The set by Lopez. Here's the pitch, runner going. Pitches a strike outside corner, throw to second, not in time, and the ball skips into center field, but DeLuca will remain at second. It's stolen base number 6 for Johnny DeLuca. And the Drillers have a man in scoring position with 2 outs for Yorbit Vivas, who has a count of no balls and 1 strike. A really good pitch to handle, too, for De La Cruz, but his throw skipped in there about 4 or 5 feet in front of the bag. And I don't think even with a decent throw that they're able to get him. That was a really good jump by Johnny DeLuca. No balls, 1 strike. And the Lopez delivery is yanked foul on the right side as he pounded that one in the ground. bench coach Juan Apodaca over there in that first base coaching box. He did the old Olay on that one. He wasn't going to have anything to do with that shot by Vivas. The set runner is going. Here's the pitch. It's down low. It's a stolen base. That one kind of caught San Antonio napping. Lopez not doing a whole lot in the way of looking the runner back, and you could tell that Johnny DeLuca wanted to take third, and with 2 outs, you better be safe. And he is, and he had it, and he knew it. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul off to the left and into the netting. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Vivas. So in this inning, the Drillers have stolen 3. Good aggressive base running, not only with the stolen bases, but Leonard tagging and moving up on a fly. 1-2 delivery, outside for a ball. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch, by the way, was 98 by Justin Lopez. The check, here's the right-hander's pitch, and it dips down low. Now it's 3-2. Lopez is 6'2", 195 pounds, out of Venezuela, signed as a free agent in 2016 by the San Diego Padres, and now we have another issue. As the manager comes out, the trainer comes out. Trainer is David Bryan. The pitcher is Justin Lopez, and he was humping it up to, 97 miles an hour a moment ago. And now it looks like we're also going to see Jeff Andrews come out and find out what's going on. Evidently everything is copacetic. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Yorbit Vivas, and give the Drillers batters credit in this inning. They have battled. The set by Lopez. Here's the right-hander's pitch. Swing, and he fouls it off right at the plate. Vivas stays alive. It's still 3-2. 2-0 Drillers lead. Home run by Ramos in the second, and now an RBI single by Johnny DeLuca here in the 5th, as he has a 4-game hit streak going, and he stands 90 feet away at third base after stealing 2 bases. He has 7 on the season now. Vivas ready to go, deep in the box, open stance, crowds the plate. The set by Lopez, and the 3-2 delivery. Swinging a high fly ball, medium depth right field. Ornelas now comes in, makes the grab, and that is it for the Drillers in the 5th. But they score 1 on 1 base hit, a walk, 3 stolen bases, and the Drillers double their lead. And Dennis Higgins will be back in the chair in just a moment, as in game 1 of this doubleheader, we have played 5, and it's Tulsa 2, San Antonio nothing.
Tulsa Drillers with a 2-0 lead as our ball game rolls into the top of the 6th inning. A new pitcher for Tulsa now, right-hander Ryan Sublette takes over for the starter, Emmett Sheehan, who was outstanding today. First pitch, swinging a fly ball to left. Back on it a couple of steps is DeLuca. Looking up into that sun, he reaches up and makes the catch. So Ripken Reyes, the leadoff batter, is retired for out number 1 here in the San Antonio 6th inning. Emmett Sheehan, 5 innings, 3 hits surrendered, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. He threw 76 pitches, 55 strikes. 8 more strikeouts for the right-hander. Sublet's first pitch gunned in there for a strike to Juan Fernandez, the DH. 2-0 lead for the Drillers. Game 1 of our doubleheader. This game is scheduled for 7, as is the nightcap. Pitch, breaking ball, dips low. Sublet's last outing was Sunday in Little Rock. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up no hits, but 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. That was that wild 11-10 win by the Drillers in extra innings over in Little Rock. Next pitch misses low, 2-1 the count now to Fernandez. That was a wild game. The Drillers used 7 pitchers on Sunday afternoon in that 11-10 win, and Sublette was one of them. Next pitch, fastball sails up high. Had 2 walks in that inning, 2/3 of an inning. That's what hurt him. He gave up that earned run. Drillers they had let 2 big leads slip away in that game. Next pitch is outside, a ball 4. Really, the last thing you want to do here, you have 2-0 lead. You get 1 out on 1 pitch, and then you walk the next batter. Here's Pedro Castellanos, the first baseman. 2-0 lead for the Drillers. We're in the top of the 6th inning here at One Oak. Boy, if you're in the neighborhood or making plans for something fun to do tonight, swing on by the ballpark. Pitch swinging, the ball popped in the air, shallow right center field. Coming in and taking control is Pa as the right fielder, and he makes the one-handed catch. Andy had his right hand up, signaling to Ramos, the center fielder, I got this, I got this. 2 outs, and the batter will be Daniel Johnson, the center fielder. Boy, Sheehan now, when you look at his season numbers, Emmett has thrown a total of 24 1/3 innings. He now has 43 strikeouts and only 8 walks. And the pitch, and that is low and inside, ball 1 to the left-handed batter. Daniel Johnson 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Sublette on the season, this is his 5th appearance. No wins, no losses, a 2.45 ERA for the right-hander. Pitch swing and a ball dribbled foul to the right. Sheehan joined the ball club a couple of weeks into the season. And that's why this is only his 5th appearance. Sheehan is out of New York, New York. 6'4", 220 pounds, solid build. Pitch, swinging the ball, popped up. Shortstop side. Leonard calling for it on the edge of the outfield grass, and he makes the catch. And it's a easy inning pretty much for Sublette, except for the walk. He got 2 fly ball outs and a pop out. We move down to the bottom of the 6th inning. A reminder, this game is scheduled for 7 innings, and after 6.5, it is the Drillers 2, the Missions nothing. Now, Drillers baseball on this beautiful Friday afternoon, early evening now. Tulsa Drillers and the San Antonio Missions, Texas League Baseball. The Drillers, the AA affiliate of Los Angeles Dodgers, and San Antonio with the San Diego Padres, who, by the way, the Dodgers and Padres beginning a big 3-game weekend series in San Diego tonight. Here's Andy Paz to lead off the Tulsa 6th inning, swinging a deep drive down the left field line, hooking into the corner, and it is a foul ball. Home run distance, but a foul ball. He got out in front of it and pulled it foul. Big pitching matchup tonight in San Diego. Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers, and Yu Darvish pitching for the Padres. Dodgers with a 1.5 lead over San Diego. San Diego's currently in 3rd place. Arizona just a half game back of 1st place Los Angeles in that NL West. Next pitch is off speed inside. Paz tonight has flied to left and walked. You can bet that Petco Park in San Diego will probably be standing room only this weekend. Lopez, the right-hander, deals. Pitch, swing, and a foul back. Ran a fastball in at 96, in on the hands. Paz has flied to left and walked. He has a stolen base, his 7th steal of the year. He's already surpassed his stolen base total from last year. Pitch, swing, and a ball pop foul into the seats, first base side. You know, last year Andy Paz was 6 of 9 in stolen base attempts. This is the new trimmer edition of Andy Paz. Andy lost 35 pounds over the winter, and we've seen that pay off in his base stealing and his outfield play. Next pitch, low and outside. So it's a new model of Andy Paz, a young man from Havana, Cuba. Considered a top prospect for Los Angeles. And the pitch. And he lays off when he checked his swing. Did not go on the appeal. First base umpire says no swing. Well, the Drillers today released a press release that the state 6A title championship game here, high school, will be played at One Oak Field. Pitch is low and outside, and that is ball 4. Second walk for Paz. Also an improvement, an area and an improvement this year is his ability to draw walks. And the batter now is Amano Vargas. Yeah, so One Oak Field will be the site of the State 6A High School Baseball Championship. And that game will be next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, May 13th at 12 noon. Right here at One Oak Field. Should be an exciting ball game, and tickets available, $10 a seat. First pitch to Vargas is low and outside, ball one. 2-0 lead for the Drillers. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pitch off speed in there for a strike. Good pitch by Lopez. Yeah, $10 a ticket for that State 6A Baseball Championship game here next Saturday, noon, May 13th at 1 Oak. Pitch, swing and a miss. That was a 96-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer edge. Both teams with 3 hits, no errors in the ball game, and a 2-0 lead for the Drillers. Jose Ramos with a home run in the second inning. Drillers got an RBI single, RBI by Johnny DeLuca in the sixth. Next pitch, swinging a deep drive to left field. Bell's going back, and this one is gone, a home run. It ricochets around the Budweiser terrace and actually caroms back out onto the field, but it's a 2-run homer for Amano Vargas. And the Drillers' lead now is 4-0. Vargas with his 5th round tripper of the year. RBIs number 17 and 18. And another $50 donated by Budweiser to the Folds of Honor Foundation. Every home run the Drillers hit here at One Oak, a $50 donation from Budweiser to Folds of Honor Foundation. Here's Cartaya, first pitch. He fists one foul down the first base side out of play. Drillers gunning for their 4th win in a row after they had lost 4 games in a row. Trying to improve to a 15-9 overall in the season with a win here. Cartaya 0 for 2, and next one sails in and hit him. Cartaya is hit by the pitch. He's off to first base. Here comes Jose Ramos. Right now the first base side, half of the infield is covered in shadow. The setting sun to the first base side. Time taken here. Cartaya is going to try to stretch a little bit after being hit by that pitch. Jesse Guffey, the trainer, comes out. Second game of this doubleheader will not start before 7:05. If you have tickets, original tickets, this was a single ball game tonight, 7:05 start. Second game will not start before 7:05 as we're approaching 7 o'clock anyway. There'll be about a 25-minute interim between games, and we'll be back here on the radio side in Valley Live for game 2. Ramos swings, hits a ground ball to third, scooped up by Hollis. He goes to second for 1 to throw to first. Double play. The around the horn 5-4-3 double play turned by the Missions. Two down now in the Drillers' 6th inning. It's now a 4-0 lead for Tulsa. Trying to win their 3rd straight game in this series against San Antonio. Here's Eddie's Leonard. He has singled and walked and scored. Pitch gunned in there for a strike at 97. Leonard, right-handed batter up here with 2 gone, bags empty. Pitch missed outside. And Lopez out of the stretch. Right-hander delivers. Pitch, swing, and a ball punch foul off to the right. And the count now 1-2 to Eddie's Leonard. When you look ahead to the San Antonio 7th inning, the last scheduled inning. Due up, it's De La Cruz, Ornelas, and Hollis, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Pitch is high and away. Eddie's takes that one outside. 2-2 the count. Landon Knack will get the start for the Drillers in the nightcap. And Watson, a right-hander, goes on the hill for San Antonio. Pitch off speed, dips low. It's over the plate but low, and now it's a full count to Leonard. Into the count. The pitch is a swing, and he pulls one sharply foul past third. Landon Knack is 0-0 his record with a 1.45 ERA. And Nolan Watson, he's 0-1 with a 0.53 earned run average. He's the former first-round draft pick of the Kansas City Royals back in 2015. Pitch swung on and driven deep but foul down the left field side. Four nothing lead for the Drillers. Game one of our doubleheader. Boy, with each passing minute, more and more folks entering the ballpark here. Fireworks coming up at the end of the night. Pitch is inside, hit him. You got Eddie's, I think, on the back of the leg as he gets up and is going to run that one off. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And it looks like we're going to get yet another pitching change for the Missions. Get a look on the replay there on Valley Live. Second batter of the inning hit by a pitch by Lopez. And so he's coming out. Yeah, the bullpen for the Missions not able to get the job done so far tonight. They have given up 3 of the 4 runs. And as Lopez leaves, he has surrendered 2 runs in the inning. And he is responsible for the runner, Leonard, at first base. So a new pitcher coming in now for the Missions. It's going to be a right-hander coming in for San Antonio. It is Kevin Kopps. Or no, beg your pardon. It's Henry Henry. Henry Henry is the new pitcher. He will be allowed the 8 warm-up tosses. Here in the inning, the Drillers with a leadoff walk by Andy Paez, then a 2-run homer by Emmanuel Vargas, opposite field home run into the Budweiser Terrace. Vargas with his 5th homer of the year. He now has 18 RBIs. He continues to put together a very fine Double-A season, his first. Last year he had some big power numbers. He had Great Lakes, the Los Angeles Dodgers Advanced A-Ball Club in the Midwest League. So Henry Henry, he is the 4th pitcher of the ball game for San Antonio. Justin Lopez goes 1 inning and surrenders the 1 hit, the home run. He has, to this point, surrendered 2 runs, both earned, and a walk, no strikeouts, and 2 hit batters. Drillers need just 3 more outs to secure this win. Here is Brandon Lewis. Boy, I sure like to see Brandon start getting some offense together. Just like last year, he really struggled the first half of the season, then had an outstanding second half. First pitch is taken down low, ball 1. Brandon is 0 for 2 today. And on the season now, Lewis has 10 hits in 71 at-bats. Next pitch, right-handed batter takes low and outside. For the reliever, Henry, this is his 5th appearance. He has an earned run average of 18. Pitch is fired down low at 96. And the count is 3-0. Henry, in 5 innings pitched, has given up 10 earned runs, 8 walks, 3 strikeouts. And the pitch, that is in there for a strike, belt high fastball. So the count 3-1 now to Lewis. And the pitch is way outside, ball 4. Boy, I tell you what, when we had the 2 starters pitching, this ball game was moving at a rapid clip. And the Missions bullpen has brought this game to a screeching halt. In the last inning plus alone, Missions relievers have walked 3, hit 2 batters. And we mentioned giving up 3 runs. Here's Josh Stowers. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there by Henry. Drillers baseball tonight on 1430 The Buzz and also Bally Live. 2 on, 2 gone, and the pitch, swinging the ball, popped up. Shallow center field. Going out is Reyes, the second baseman. He parks under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we head to the 7th inning, the final scheduled inning, game 1 of a doubleheader here at One Oak. The Drillers now leading 4-0. Here's Michael De La Cruz, the catcher, left-handed batter. First pitch, fastball gunned in there for a strike. So Jordan Leisure, his last outing was Saturday at Arkansas. Pitch is a bouncer in the dirt, gets away from Cartaya. That ball game on Saturday, Leisure pitched an inning and gave up a home run in the 8th inning in a 1-0 loss to the Travelers there at Dickey Stevens Park. And the pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. De La Cruz is 0 for 2 in this one, 0 for 5 in the series. He is hitting .256 on the season. He's homered twice and driven in 9 runs. Left-handed batter waits, and the pitch is a fastball that sails up high. Drillers have 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Missions, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. We're in the 7th inning, final scheduled inning. And Leisure is trying to close it out. Pitch is in the dirt, and it goes to a full count. Emmett Sheehan started 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. And Ryan Sublette pitched a scoreless 6th inning. No hits, he had 1 walk, no strikeouts. And the pitch, swing and a foul back. Now the 7th inning brought to you by Delta Dental of Oklahoma. Protect your unique smile with dental benefits for individuals and families from Delta Dental. Leisure, 3-2 pitch. A swing and a foul back. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. To the leadoff batter, Michael De La Cruz here in the 7th. The pitch is a swing and a fly ball to left. Long run for DeLuca, running over near the line, and this one's going to fall in foul territory and bounce into the seats. Now that wind is blowing in now from left center field towards the third base foul line. That pushed the ball away from DeLuca as he was charging over. Some youngsters down there in the left field corner scrambling for that souvenir baseball. De La Cruz battling here with his team down 4-0. He's fouled off a number of pitches to stay alive with a full count. Leisure comes set. Here he comes. The pitch is up high. Ball 4. Good at bat there by De La Cruz to draw a walk. And the batter will be Tirso Ornelas. An infield single and a ground back to the pitcher. For Jordan Leisure, this is his 8th appearance. 1 win, 2 loss record. Pitch, fastball just off the outside edge, ball 1. Jordan has pitched 7 ball games, total of 8 innings, given up 7 hits, 5 earned runs. He has surrendered 3 home runs, 4 walks, 13 strikeouts. Pitch swinging a ground ball towards first. Backhanded pickup by Vargas, goes to second for 1. Return throw to first, and safe. That is a very difficult double play to pull off. The 1-6 or the 3-6-1. And Leisure, the pitcher, was over to cover first base, but the runner's safe at first base. They do get the lead runner, though. De La Cruz is erased at second base. And the batter now is Connor Hollis, the third baseman. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. So Ornelas reaches on the fielder's choice. 3-6, the putout. 1 down here in the 7th inning. 4-0 lead for the Drillers. And the pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Bell tied to the right-handed batter Hollis. Hollis has doubled off the wall in right field and been called out on strikes. Drillers leading 4-0 here in the 7th inning. Next delivery in there, called strike 2. Came in a little bit off speed there at 87. Leisure, 1-2 the count, and the right-hander delivers. A pitch, swing, and a foul off to the netting first base side. Now, Driller pitchers have notched 3 shutouts so far this year in the first 23 ball games. Looking for a 4th one here. And the pitch is just off the outside edge. Close call there. Now the Drillers nearly had a shutout in the opening game of the series on Tuesday night. The Missions were able to scratch a run across in the 9th inning. And the pitch, swing and a ball punch foul off to the right. Second game will be coming up about 25 minutes after the last out of this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good pitch on the inside corner. Swinging and missing was Hollis. And now the Missions are down to their last out. Here is Luis Aviles Jr., the Mission shortstop. 2 down, a runner at first base for San Antonio. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Aviles Jr. has flied to right and struck out. Leisure, right-hander. Here he comes, a pitch, and that is check swing. Did he go? He did not on the appeal. First base umpire Alex Nash waving it off. 7th inning brought to you by Delta Dental of Oklahoma. The Drillers aren't the only team making Oklahomans smile. Visit deltadentalok.org. Pitch, swing, and he chops one foul to the third base side. So now it's match point. San Antonio is down to their last strike. Runner at first base is Ornelas with 2 outs. And Leisure to the plate. The pitch is strike 3 called, ends the ball game. The Tulsa Drillers grab game 1 of this doubleheader and with it, their 4th shutout of the season, as the Drillers win this one by a final score of 4-0. Have the totals for you here in just a moment. For the Drillers, they finished the ball game with 4 runs on 4 hits. And the Drillers, no errors. And Tulsa left 5 base runners. San Antonio, the Missions, no runs. And they finished with 3 hits, no errors. And the Missions ended up leaving 5 base runners. Yeah, the winning pitcher with a outstanding performance, the starting pitcher, Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan gets the win, and he now improves on the season to 2-1. Emmett Sheehan ended up going 5 innings, gave up only 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. Emmett needed 76 pitches, 55 strikes. And the losing pitcher, a guy who had a pretty good effort in his own right, starting pitcher for the Missions, Efren Contreras, he went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. That was the home run by Jose Ramos. And Contreras had 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. He threw 66 pitches, 39 for strikes. His record now on the season falls to 0-4. No save in the ball game. Home runs in the ball game, a pair for the Drillers. Jose Ramos with a home run in the 2nd inning, solo blast, his 6th of the year. And then Emmanuel Vargas with a 2-run homer in the 6th inning, his 5th homer of the season. Now with this win now, the Drillers' 4th win in a row. They're now 15-9 overall, 9-3 at home, 6-6 on the road. And San Antonio falls to 10-13 overall on the season. Time of the game was 1 hour and 58 minutes. 1:58 our game time. And we'll have the attendance for you after the 2nd game of our doubleheader. But I can tell you this, with each passing minute, more and more folks streaming into the ballpark here in downtown Tulsa. I want to remind you, we still have another game coming up. There'll be about a 25-minute break between the end of this game and the start of Game 2. Game 2 will be 7 innings in length, and we will have a fireworks spectacular coming up after the ball game tonight. And again, a fireworks show after the ball game tomorrow night. So the Drillers win it by a final score of 4-0. Along with Bruce Howard, Dennis Higgins invited you to stay tuned for the Drillers post-game show, which is coming up next.